What's up?
Rosen obviously is probably still processing everything right now. So relative, I guess, what are the feelings like right now?
I won that fight. I stuck to the strategy. Um, I I felt like as if I landed more shots. I even took her down. None of her takedowns were significant or any control time. I mean, she hit me with, I'd say, one good punch, and then maybe another time, like her forearm clashed into my nose at some point as we are like both standing up. But other than that, maybe a couple low kicks, but I didn't feel them or anything. So I felt like I did the damage. I controlled the fight, and that's. I'm proud of myself because I stuck to my strategy. That's because I know that in all of Carla's fights, she just baits people in and she tries to get people to attack her. So it's like, no, I've been in slugfest before. I've gotten my nose broken. I've stood there and shed blood in the octagon. So it's like, I stuck to the strategy. And she didn't really have any offense. She was whiffing that air the whole time. So I thought I won. I'm really still trying to process this because I'm not trying to be salty or anything. I feel like there's something to be learned from each loss. I feel like I could have maybe. There was moments where I wanted to capitalize a little bit more and be a little more offensive in moments, but then every time I would step, my foot would slip. So I had to be a little more safe. So that's the decision I made in that moment. But like I said, I'm an exciting fighter. I'm a finisher. I have one of the highest finishing rates. So I don't think that I was getting the boos. I'm pretty sure that was Carla. As far as, I don't know. I obviously I want to have exciting fights, So that does kind of sting a little bit too. So I don't know.
Yeah. I know you say you're proud of yourself for sticking to the game plan, but because it was kind of like, relative lack of act, was there any part along the way, round 3, round 4, where you're like, maybe we got to get out of this game plan because we're not necessarily, we don't know that we're scoring points. There just wasn't a lot to score.
No, I knew I was scoring. I knew I was touching her. I mean, there was some times I was missing, but it was because, I just, I don't know. I felt like I was scoring. And so there was like I said, there was moments where I was like, okay, here's my opportunity to counterattack a little bit more. But then my foot would slip on the canvas, slippery octagon. And, one little mistake against Carla, and she's just going to try to take you down the whole time. So, yeah, but I don't know. I thought I won that fight. I don't know.
Last thing for me, I guess you're still going to want to process everything, but I just wonder, so what do you think you do now? Do you campaign to have this fight again? Do you maybe look at other matchups that make sense? Do you take some time off? What do you think the play is?
I mean, I would do a rematch. I feel like, I felt like I was stronger everywhere. So, I don't know. Not sure, but, I would take the rematch.
Rose, if you did take the rematch, would you employ the same game plan, or would you try and mix it up just to be sure that you'd come out with a victory?
I don't know. I would probably think about it. Talk with my team a little bit. And that's the thing too, is like you stick with the game plan, but you also gotta realize when you're in there, sometimes you make on the spot decisions. So I wouldn't say for sure. I can't predict the future.
Hey, Rose, over here.
Yeah.
Did Trevor tell you anything that strayed away from the game plan headed into that 5th and final round?
Did he tell me anything?
Did he give you any advice that maybe wasn't on par with the game plan that was headed in? Did he tell you anything different?
The only thing he was telling me was, okay, now we can start, having some more fun and letting loose your 4 rounds up, and you can go out there and have some fun.
And did you feel like that right hook that you landed was the biggest shot landed in the fight?
I felt like I hit her a few different times, especially overhand right. I remember landed super clean. I don't know. I have to go back and watch it, but I do remember, landing a nice uppercuts and, even some of the punches that weren't like super solid, but were just keeping her at bay, just like making contact. I felt like I was not just making the damage, but also controlling the fight. So I don't know. But yeah, I still gotta ruminate over this a little bit because, like I said, really I hate sounding like this. I hate sounding salty. Like I lost, you know what I mean? Like fuck. But at the same time, like it's just what makes sense to me right now.
And of course, you're still processing everything, but immediate reaction, how different are your emotions and your thoughts right now compared to how they were in 2014 when you were defeated by Carla?
Yeah, I didn't feel like she defeated me this time. I genuinely feel like, yeah, she was better than me that night. You know, the first time we fought. This time, I don't know. Like, I still feel like I'm the best. I mean, I took her down. Like where's her wrestling at? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, she did take my back. You know, like for a split second, she did. I want to say she got 3 takedowns, but like I said, boom. Like, is that really a takedown if I'm just touching my butt for like 1 second? I don't know. You know what I mean? I had a good like wizard whip. Like,
Lastly,
I don't know.
Lastly, Joe Rogan in D.C., and somewhere in the middle of the fight, they were talking about how you went right at Joanna Jędrzejczyk and how she's an amazing striker, and you were very respectful of Esparza's wrestling. So when you were a little bit, you know, feeling her out, was that just completely out of respect for her wrestling? Were you lowering your stance, waiting for her to, you know, make a shot?
Yeah, that's all she's trying to do is take you down, you know? So it's like, why, if that's her game plan, you know, why play into her game plan? I mean, she's literally all she does is just wait for people to rush at her. I mean, you saw what she did to Jan. Jan just ran right at her. Why would you run right at her? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Maybe there was a little bit more opportunity for me to be a little more aggressive in moments, but like I said, you know, fuck, my foot kept slipping on the canvas. So, you know, I still, I like hearing myself talk right now. But yeah, so I don't know. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, and like with these other strikers and stuff, I mean, even I think Whaley had more success with her takedowns against me because she mixed it up, you know, a little more, and I also didn't really respect her wrestling like that. Whereas yeah, Carla, I really respect what she does in there, but at the same time, only so much to the point where it's like I don't see how you become the champion like that. But I don't know, like I said, I hate sounding salty.
Thank you.
Hi, Rose, over here.
Yeah.
What words of encouragement would you give to your teammate Justin Gaethje after his loss?
Yeah, I kind of saw the end of that fight, and I don't know. I would just say all this kind of just seems like part of God's plan too. So, like I said, I know that there's something to be learned from this. So I'm not like totally upset, and I know with Gaethje, definitely that's very like heartbreaking, especially with yeah, just with how you know, the weight cut and all that, like whatever was happening with all that stuff. I had a really fun week, but at the same time, it's like, man, like, yeah, what can I take away from this? It's definitely gonna probably take me a second, but cause yeah, it's very frustrating, but at the same time, you know, there's got to be some takeaway, some learning lesson. So, some way I could get better from this, and sure, Gaethje, I don't know. At this point, I'm just trying to process my own shit right now, you know. But I love him.
Rose, here in the back.
Yeah.
I know you feel you won and the rounds were close and stuff, but can you fathom anyway Carla got 4 rounds from one judge? I think that was surprising to some,
that's
Matt.
surprising. I thought, okay, maybe, you know, like, I don't know what you could count. Like the low kicks, the low kicks weren't even hurting me. Like they really didn't do anything. The takedown maybe, but I mean, maybe was I don't know, maybe just like all of her attempts, but I stuffed all of those. Like, I mean, I don't know how many times she attempted to try to grab me, but really it was really, I don't know, I don't get no credit for good defense. Like, like I think maybe just the judges wanted to see like a slugfest, like it was, you know, maybe previous fights or something, and so they weren't appreciative of, you know, good strategy and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm always in exciting fights. Like, I can't have, like, a strategic fight. Like, I gotta fuck up this face, you know? Like, no, fuck that.
Rose, as the fight's going on, was there any surprise on your part of the lack of adjustments from Carla, that she was just going with the same game plan round after round?
Yeah, that's what she does good. She's consistent. And that's what I look to add to my game plan. I thought that was going to help me be a better champion to round off my skills, you know. But, you know, she does what she does. And like I said, I have respect for what she brings, you know, to the table. But at the same time, like, that's not the type of champion like that that I think is, I don't know. I think it's good to be able to do that, but like that's literally all you do, you know. But I don't know. I guess it takes some mental fortitude and to be able to do that and not really care about, you know, any of that stuff. Cool. Thank you, guys.